State-sanctioned political speech. That is one thing that we cannot stand for. That is something that we must all put our foot down on. And it doesn't matter the message. I'm not even going to mention what the message is. It doesn't matter what the message is. I don't care if it's Jesus walks on water, or if it's a satanic message, or if it's far left or far right, or moderate, or Barney's great and Barney for president. Ooh, yeah, I'd vote for Barney. But anyways, Barney for president. I don't care what the message is. It doesn't matter. We cannot have state-sanctioned political speech any direction. The message does not matter. This is some George Orwellian stuff here, guys. This is, see, look, I almost cussed and I caught myself. Pat on the back. That deserves a thumbs up, man. We cannot have the state putting one political organization, I don't care what the organization stands for, who they are, where they're from, or what, we cannot have them having more speech that is sanctioned by the state. What am I talking about? Well, this California couple somehow charged with a hate crime. Now, when you look it up, it's a misdemeanor hate crime of destruction of property. Still quite a bit of a stretch, but okay. They go in hard and they charge you with a lot, and then they back off with a plea bargain. That's how it operates. But how did we even get to this point? Well, a certain organization painted a mural in front of a courthouse on a public road. And we know it's a public road, one, because it's in front of a courthouse. A courthouse is going to be in front of a public road, so everybody has access to the courthouse. Two, it's in downtown. It's obviously taxpayer funded, so it's a public road. So if one person is allowed to paint on it, then everybody has to be allowed to paint on every road. If nobody's allowed to paint on it, then nobody's allowed to paint on it. We cannot have one individual organization sanctioned by the state to paint across a publicly funded road with no vote. On a publicly funded road. That is state-sanctioned political speech. And that is a very slippery road to go down. Just read George Orwell's book. You know which one I'm talking about. I'm spacing it out. It's been a hard day. Freedom, guys. Look things up. Research them. George Orwell will be laughing in his grave right now. I read that book. God bless it, man. And I see us going there, and I see class systems forming, and I see people jiving, and things are solidifying on ends, and it's like we're forming ranks into this thing, and here I am, I'm going to work, and yeah, I still got grease all over my face, but oh well, heck, you know what? I had the freedom of choice to go to work and make less than people sitting at home doing nothing. That was my choice. Because I've been there. I've been the guy that was the leech upon society. I've been homeless. I was on food stamps. I was on every service I could possibly get my hands on, and I used it for what they were for, a stepping stone to get my ass off the streets. That one slipped. Forgive me that one. Yeah, I guess you can take your thumbs up and give it a thumbs down now. I let that one slip. But the message, man. State-sanctioned political speech. It doesn't matter about the message. It doesn't. And the charges, wow, what? And every newspaper is just saying hate crime. Well, technically it's a hate crime. It's a misdemeanor hate crime against property, but I don't think it's going to stick. It doesn't jive. It doesn't fit right. But my argument would be this. If one person is allowed to paint on a public street without a public vote, on a street that's obviously taxpayer funded, and nobody voted for it, and it was state sanctioned, then obviously everybody everywhere is allowed to paint on every single street. Because it's all taxpayer funded and everybody pays for it, so if you're saying one group can do it, then everybody can do it. And if you don't want your streets all tie-dye colored and with like Go Yankees and opposing team members' logos painted on all your streets, plus all the vulgarity stuff that you know, human beings, come on now, we'll paint on the streets and the buildings and every other publicly taxpayer-funded thing, then I guess you better pull this back and say, wait a second, maybe we can't have state-sanctioned political speech. Because what happens next? Well, you sanction them, one political group, to paint this road here. What's to say, hey, you know what? The courthouse, that's taxpayer funded too. Let's paint that whatever color we choose. Okay, so let's say we have pink ponies, and the pink ponies have gotten state-sanctioned advertisement to paint their famous pepperoni pink pony on the roads there. And so they paint the pepperoni pink pony on the road, and next thing you know, they say, hey, well, what about the next thing? I mean, come on now, you let us do that. That didn't really help us that much, so we want something more exposed than the courthouse. Let's paint the courthouse with the big pink pepperoni pony's butt right across it. And right where you go in the entrance will be the, why not? It's a slippery road. Yes, obviously, I've taken it to an absurdity because I'm trying to take this, put it under a magnifying glass, blow the idea up for you so that way it sticks, so that way you look and you can see, oh, because sometimes when it's these minuscule things, we don't see it. I just so happen to have, faced death so many times that I've kind of gotten a hint of how the universe works a little bit. And I see these things, and I see writing on the wall mostly before almost anybody else does. So I like to take these things and blow it up and take it to an absurdity so you can see it. But what's to stop it from going there? If nothing stops it, that's the natural, absurd conclusion. We will have this political organization advertisement on all public buildings because, well, it's taxpayer funded, and if they let them do on one thing, why won't they let them do on the other? Why won't they let anybody else do it? And why is it hateful for someone else to do something that is personal political speech on public property that shouldn't be state sanctioned in the first place? So it's either everybody or nobody. So which is it? And you're doing yourself no good by jumping into these types of things, political organizations. I know it sucks. The wheels are slow, but work from within. And I wish you the best of luck on everything, too. But god dang, we got to look at life from a realistic perspective. And our freedoms are tied together, man. You can't have one person have more freedom or more political speech than another person. That's absurd. That cannot be allowed. That doesn't make any sense. That's not American. That's not freedom. That's not equality. Equality is if one group is allowed to do it, then all the groups are allowed to do it. And if no groups are allowed to do it, then no groups are allowed to do it. It's publicly funded. You have to have a vote. If everybody in the city agrees to it, right on. Have at it, man. I'll buy you the paint you need. Think about these things. You let go of one little right, man. It's like a frog boiling. Everybody gets it wrong. Like the frog doesn't feel like it's boiling. No, the frog knows it's boiling. It's just by the time the frog realizes it's boiling, its blood pressure is so high it physically can't do anything. When you boil it, the frog is young and juvenated, and his blood pressure is good, his heart's pumping, he feels that hot water, boom, he jumps up. You put him in warm water, he gets comfortable, you slowly bring it up. He sits there long enough, and when I mean slowly, I mean over a period of like 10 minutes, turn it up, 10 minutes, turn it up. It's like a sauna. If you're a human being and you spend too long in a sauna, your blood pressure goes up, you physically cannot move. So the frog is well aware he's being boiled as he's being boiled. And these are your rights that are being boiled away. Just think about it. I love you guys. I care about you guys. Join the discussion. This affects you as well. Pass this. Share this. I love you guys. It doesn't matter about the message. It's not left. It's not right. It's not moderate. It's freedom. That's it. Just freedom. I'll see you guys in the next one. If I can end this.